also bring in General Tiny Dillon and Ambassador Trigunayat into this conversation as we take this forward. Professor Chilani stays with us. General Dillon, one message appears to be clear. No compromise on Donbass. And that President Putin said in that exclusive conversation with Geeta Mohan and Anjana Om Kashyap that no question of any halfway house there. Would this then indicate either Ukraine accept this, Ukraine backed by Britain, France and Germany, or this war goes on endlessly?
Good afternoon, Gaurav, and good afternoon to the fellow panelists and your viewers. Gaurav, when nations go to war, especially a nation as determined as Russia, the end state is very clear from the beginning itself. Russia wouldn't have gone into Ukraine without understanding the implications, the complications, and how the West is going to react, especially the US and by extension the NATO. So they had wargamed their options and their contingencies very, very clearly. And if they are into a war for almost 3 years now, that only means, more than 3 years rather, that only means that, they had very clearly worked out the pros and cons. And in this interview, which we are just talking to Ms. Geeta Mohan, excellent interview. And in that, President Putin was absolutely calm and clear. And he said, sorry, partner, Donbass is non-negotiable. So that only shows his resolve and his nation's resolve to meet the end state which they had gone out with in the initial stages, and come what may, the type of pressures which Russia is under, the type of sanctions which Russia is under, by extension, the subsidy sanctions and pressures like a country like India, who are being told not to deal with Russia. Now, under all this pressure, this man stands tall, this man stands firm, and he speaks his heart out to India Today reporter, journalists. Now, this is how the nation...
What does this then mean for the future, Ambassador Trigunayat? Because Ukraine does not want to let go of any territory, except what perhaps it's already lost. They hope to retake it, including Crimea. Do you see that happen? Do you see England, France, and then Germany continue to fund this war? Because indications are America's tired. President Trump doesn't want to do it anymore.
Well, I think that the writing on the wall is very clear. As far as President Putin is concerned,